right. Well, there we go. Okay. Tawani, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
No, good to see you, Alicia, and so happy to be part of the 13th anniversary of Her Many Voices. And 13 is I think it's a cool number. A lot of people think, 13 is this bewitched
Superstitions.
number.
Yeah. Yes.
But I think it's really auspicious, and I'm quite sure, I'm not Christian, but I'm quite sure there was a 13th disciple. And my
Ah,
suspicion is that she may have been a woman. So
okay. Okay. I like the suspicion. I do. I do.
but I just wanted to say thank you for inviting me here. I know we met a couple of years ago through my husband through Chet W. Sisk, and what I love about you is your openness. You just had this openness. You have this openness to other people, and you have this heart to care, and particularly for other women and indigenous women and other struggling communities, people who are not usually in the limelight, who are in the margins, and also your love for Mother Earth, and how you bring those two things together in Her Many Voices and all that Her Many Voices do. You are taking care of women and taking care of the earth, and how we do that when those come together, they take care of each other.
Mhm. Mhm.
And more than the heart that you have, that the organization has as an extension of the founder, is all the practical actions that are taken and that you continue to take, starting with the earth. And I loved what Selah said about it comes to us naturally.
Mhm.
We are creatures of the earth, and I can't wait for the weather to get warmer here so we can start growing stuff. So congratulations on that 13 years anniversary. And I wanted to share that I started my business also 13 years ago. So
Wow. Congratulations.
so 2009 was the year that I left the corporate world to start the life of an entrepreneur. And I founded Kuthuta Yoga, which I'm still running now as an online business, and also Kutoa Designs, which is a design business that I'm still working on how to do in Denver. So right now I'm focusing on the yoga. And for me, the transition was, and I know your transition you explained was the earthquake in Haiti,
Mm.
and the need that you saw. And I think all of us go through shifts. And my shift was really being at a point in my life, a low point of in my life after the breakup of my first marriage, and how yoga helped me get through that
Mm.
that part of my life. Yoga was a big part of my healing. And then I realized that I think, like a lot of people, the career path that I was showing, well, was following, was really just the path that had unfolded in front of me. And I
Mm.
had not actually made it's like sleepwalking. I had not made actually a
Mm.
conscious choice to say, is this what I love? Is this what I want to contribute in the world? Am I adding value? I hadn't really asked myself those questions. And fortunately for me, I guess I hit the glass ceiling in the corporate world. I was working in a law firm, and I couldn't go any further. And then I had to sit back and ask myself these questions. What value can I add to this world?
Mm.
What talents do I have that I can add to the world? What do I love doing? Do I want to be working just because I'm earning the money, or
Mm.
also that I am, contributing something to other people and to this planet? And that's how I got to start Kuthuta Yoga and to design clothes. And you might think, okay, yoga and her many voices, what is the link? But for me, the link is we're all about the health of the individuals and the
Mhm.
health of the planet.
Mhm.
And the more I have gone into yoga, the more sensitive I am, the more connected I am to myself, the more sensitive I am to myself. And using it, I'm listening to my own voices,
Mm,
my voice as a woman, because we have voices inside us, and they usually know what we need at any particular moment. But I think the infrastructure and the upbringing is we get deaf
right.
to our own voices. So
Mhm.
yoga has helped me connect to my voice.
What people oftentimes miss is that yoga is truly a spiritual practice.
Right.
It's not just a
Exactly.
physical one, it's a spiritual practice.
Exactly. It is a
Mm,
self mastery practice, and the physical
mhm,
aspect is really just the first level. If you're able
mhm,
to master yourself on that physical level, then you can get to the emotional level
mhm,
and the mental levels. And what I found, Alicia, is, listening, and I see this in you. You're in tune with yourself,
mm.
and being in tune with yourself and networking with other people who are in tune with themselves.
Yes.
You have that ability to listen to others as well through this practice as well. It starts with self, but you're able then to tune in and really hear what's going on in other people's hearts,
Mm,
and connect also to the planet, because nature is full of energy and full of vibration and
mhm,
full of voices, from the birds to the trees. I mean, they've now found that even trees communicate. I love that her
mhm.
many voices. I just love your logo of that tree. Every time I look at it, it really resonates with me. And so for me, yoga has been a window into that connection
Mm.
with myself, to others, and everything in the planet, and start being conscious of what I'm doing, and help other people be conscious of what they're doing to themselves, and how they're connecting to others, and how they're connecting to everything else in their lives. I don't know if I have time or if you have any questions. I wanted to, but maybe I can just put it in the chat if we're not able to share it. But I want to share that I do have a community class that happens every first Monday of the month. And anybody is welcome, whether that is in her many voices, or whether it is anywhere else. You are welcome to come on the first Monday of every month, and through the online studio. I am not able to share because I don't have permission. You know how we have to go into our system and get permission to share.
Mhm, mhm.
But if you go onto the website that I put in, and my online studio URL, which I'm putting in the chat, you're able to come. And the class, I know we've got people in different time zones, but if you're in Colorado, then it is at 9 a.m. So if you want to come a little bit earlier than 9 a.m., you just have to sign up and come in. It's a 45-minute class. And in the first few minutes, we really just go over connecting to you. Where are you? How are you feeling? How are you feeling in your body? And it's an intro class. It's only 45 minutes. So even if you've never done yoga before, you can do this. So I'm just extending this invitation to everybody who is in her Many Voices Foundation, and all the friends and supporters who will be watching this, that you are most welcome to join me for a community class. And feel free to share this link as well with any people. There's no expectations. Um, you can just come and be here.
Hopefully, we can get Mikey, who is the gentleman behind the curtain today, to. Oh, in the meantime, oh, thank you, Tim. Congratulations, Alicia. Have enjoyed what I'm hearing and proud to call you friend for the good work you do. Sorry, I can't stay longer. Tim, thank you for jumping in at the moment. Sidebar, Tim and I were sitting on the board for the Coalition Against Global Genocide together for many years. So it's good to see him. Mikey, can we get the links that Towani was talking about? Can we get that up? Um, let's see. There we go. We've got the first link. Okay.
And that's just my way of,
Thank you.
you know, adding and contributing to your team and to anybody else. It can be stressful when you're dealing with, we're all connected, when we
Mhm.
are dealing with people who are going through a lot. Sometimes knowingly or unknowingly, we can carry a lot of that with us as well. And we do need to release and let go so that we maintain our health to be able to continue the good work that.
I greatly appreciate it, and that is a tremendous gift to offer. You know, you would have those 40 some minutes of I can take some deep breaths and de-stress and be present, be here in the now in this moment, as opposed to so focused on all of the atrocities that are happening in the world, so focused on all of the work that I'm needing to do, for each and every one of us. This is what I need to do today. And we can get very stressed out and miss some things. And when we are in that space, we have a tendency of not listening to nature,
Mm,
not
mm.
listening to ourselves, not listening to others, you know, and missing those connected points that we all have and we should be focused on, as opposed to all of the things that are opposite us or all of the things that we find that are different than us. All right, this is a beautiful post here.
Right.
Okay.
And while the screen is still being shared, if you could click on the shop, because I would just like to show people the free class that is happening. If you scroll, I think a little bit at the bottom, you can see the open to all class there
Mm-hmm.
on the left. And we're really focusing on letting go of a lot of emotions that may be pent up. The last couple
Mm-hmm.
of years have been eventful, to say the least.
To say the least, yes, exactly.
But yes, thank you very much for uh, inviting me to be part of this auspicious 13th celebration, and wishing you all the best in the work going forwards. And take care of
Thank you.
yourself.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you, and congratulations on your 13 years as well, Tawani. Yeah, that's another major milestone. And we look forward to your presentation for Earth Day. And before we jump off with you, um, you are not from the States, so share with people where well, you live here in Denver now, but where is home originally? I know you go back and forth.
Yes, I am actually born and raised in Lusaka, Zambia, and many people might not know where Zambia is because the
Mm,
news focuses on the doom and gloom, and for
right.
the most part of it, we have been peaceful. But
Mm,
Zambia is the country north of Zimbabwe, and we share the Victoria Falls. So that's
mm,
where I spent most of my life. So I'm used to a more tropical
mhm,
environment, and yeah, a little bit more community, or a different way of community. I think I didn't realize how African I guess I was in a lot of my approaches until I came to Zambia. I have a mother, the matriarch, the now matriarch of the tribe, who's always connecting to everybody in the
mm,
family,
mm,
always finding out how everyone is, always there when somebody needs, needs that care. So really having that ubuntu, we look out
mhm,
for each
mhm,
other's spirit, and bringing us together, really bringing us together to know each other. Because I think in the Western, I need to get the money to survive, one
right.
track mind, we, and I have been guilty of that, we forget about the connections that are really important to connect with each other and
And when
check
we
in with
lose
each other.
that, when we get lost, what we need to do is look at, listen, follow our elders, our tribal elders. They're a beacon for us all. Yeah.
My mom
Yeah.
is definitely that.
Oh, I can say the same thing about my mother as well. Yes. All right, Tawani, have a beautiful rest of your day. And thank you so
Namaste.
very much.
Thank you.
Namaste. Namaste. All right. I believe next up we have